the famous Instagram wall where everyone comes to take a selfie. So this is where things take a bit of a sad turn on our trip. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in the van, I can't do this. I'm Jas.
And I'm Serena.
We quit our jobs, cancelled our wedding, and are using our wedding fund to travel the world.
People might think we're crazy, and maybe we are.
Never come here. Never. Things won't always go to plan.
But that's what life's about.
Experiences, for better
or for worse.
We'll face our fears and rediscover what life is all about.
And we invite you to join us on our wild adventures
as we travel through this magical country. I had onion and garlic earlier today and it's very smelly. Welcome back to episode 3 of our Thailand journey. Now in this episode we're going to be showing you a tour that we did, a temple tour, which we booked onto from our hotel. There was loads of other tour agencies. When you go to Thailand, you'll see everywhere there's like these tour centres that just show if you want to get to somewhere or anything you want to do, they have them there. So we booked ourselves onto a tour and we are on our way now. We are currently in the van and it's not many people. But let's see how it goes.
Your trip is half day trip, about 7 hours short trip.
Now the first stop that we went to is the Big Buddha. The Big Buddha began construction in 2004 and is still being built to this day. The entire structure is made of reinforced concrete and is then covered in hand-cut pieces of Burmese jade marble, which is pure jade that looks like marble. Now one thing that's really cool is you can actually see the process of them making it. The pieces start out as small squares and each individual square is hand carved to fit into each other. The Big Buddha is also being made entirely from donation alone. Now I can't pronounce the real name of the statue, but it translates to happiness on top of Naga Kurd Mountain.
Just a shame we didn't get to see all of it.
Yeah, we really didn't get enough time to look around because we only had half an hour there and it is quite a large site. You know, they've got this beautiful viewpoint, there's amazing stuff there.
They also offer this 7-minute meditation thing that we didn't see until right at the end. There's another walkway. So you've got the main steps that goes up to the Buddha and obviously all of that around there. And then there's another separate walkway that takes you down. You can be blessed by a monk.
Did they?
You can do a 7-minute meditation. We didn't have time to do any of that.
Yeah, you see, this is what I mean. Because it was so big and we didn't really get any time to see anything, me and Serena had to sort of split off to film different bits because we wouldn't get to see it all in the time that we had. Okay, now the next bit that I'm about to show you, little disclaimer, it's not good. We didn't know what it was going to be like. So we did know that there was an elephant thing on the tour, which we were already feeling a bit iffy about. We did ask and they were like, it's an elephant sanctuary, it's good, blah, 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 blah.
It was not.
No, it was not. It was literally where we were driving back from the Big Buddha on the side of the road, they had set up this road stop elephant show where they just put like a baby elephant in a cage and all these other elephants in the back all shackled and tied up, and it was really horrible.
I couldn't get out of the van. They were all like, why, come, get out of the van. I was like, no.
Yeah.
They all looked at me like I was really weird. I was like, I can't. I didn't like it at all. It was very upsetting.
Yeah, it was not great. But I got out to basically just film what it was, just so you guys could see.
Don't make the same mistake we did, basically.
Yeah, if you go onto any tour where it says elephant stuff on it, or any sort of animal stuff on it,
Don't go.
Just don't do it. They're not sanctuaries, none of them are sanctuaries. If you want to actually see the sanctuaries...
They do their own separate sort of elephant days and...
Exactly. You have to go to visit them. They're not like part of these like big tour groups and all this kind of stuff. Just don't do it. So this is where things take a bit of a sad turn on our trip. As you can see, they've stopped us over here at this elephant sanctuary, and this is clearly not a good sanctuary. These animals are clearly abused. The fact that they've kept them in cages, and what you'll notice is that they all have these saddles on their back. They should never have saddles on their back. These are not free animals, and these elephants are purely here just for the tourism. So I'm not happy about this, but all the tourists are happy. You know, they're seeing here. This the sad thing about it. Majority of people who come here love this kind of stuff. You know, they want to see this kind of stuff, and it's very sad. And what you'll notice is this guy behind me. I don't know if you can see him, but he has a. It's almost like it's like a pick, like a fork. Oh Jesus Christ, it's crying. Yeah, you can hear it crying. And their feet are chained to the ground. This is really fucking sad. This is really sad. Honestly, this is making me very, very upset. This baby is no. This is actually really hard to watch. Like really hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna go back in the van. I can't do this. Now, after the elephant sanctuary, we went to the Wat Chalong temple. Built in the 19th century, it is the largest temple in Phuket. Locals and many Thai tourists come to pray and pay respects to the several revered monks who were the founders of Wat Chalong. Walls and ceilings are decorated with beautiful paintings illustrating the life of Buddha, as well as many donated golden statues. Now at the top of the 60-meter tall temple is a glass display which houses a small fragment of bone from Buddha himself. Firecrackers are lit as a way of celebrating good fortune for when prayers are answered.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Again, didn't quite have enough time to go around it.
Yeah.
I think I ran off and did one of the other buildings because you didn't have time.
Yeah, because I wanted to get the drone shots. And if we wanted to get the drone shots whilst filming, we wouldn't have enough time. It was just, yeah. So that's why a lot of this footage is just of the stuff. You don't really see us in it.
It was like tag team. It was like, I'll see this and tell you about it. You see that and tell me about that. And we'll just meet at the end and show each other what the other person missed.
Basically.
Then
The scam stuff.
it was the jewelry store,
Yeah.
the cashew nut factory,
Yeah.
and the honey farm.
Yeah. I'll skip to that right now. So, we are on another stop, and what I've noticed is quite incredible on this tour. So we actually went to like see the big Buddha, we went to go see the temple, went to that elephant horrible prison camp, and then they took us to this jewelry store, which is like some random little place where it wasn't like they were making anything, it wasn't anything traditional, just straight up jewelry. And they're just herding all of these different tour buses there. It's just like a huge selling point. You just come here trying to sell you stuff, and that's basically it. And now next on the tour, they've taken us to this cashew nut factory where they're like, oh yeah, they make it all by hand, blah, 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 blah. And they've set up this one poor girl where she's just sitting there opening these cashews, and they're like, oh yeah, they make everything by hand, when you can see like there's literally machinery behind them. And they're just trying to hard sell you cashew nuts. And as we're sitting here, all of these different tour buses are arriving, and they're just herding people in just to sell stuff. And then after this, we're going to a honey farm where they're going to try and sell us honey. It's quite funny actually. It's genius. It's genius. Go on a tour group and just herd people to these shops and sell them shit. So, you know, it's yeah. I don't think I'll ever go on one of these tours again. Probably will go on like an adventure tour where you're doing like, you know, water rafting and quad biking and stuff like that. But one of these like temple tours, I don't think I'm going to do it again, because it's pretty ridiculous. They're just here trying to sell you stuff. We only spent half an hour in the temples. They gave us half an hour. The temple, we needed at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, but they're giving us half an hour in a bloody cashew nut factory. So, yeah, but you know what? People got to make their money, so I can't knock the hustle. It's genius. People are buying, so, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so that really was annoying us. After there, we went to Old Town, which again, they gave us only half an hour in Old Town, which is just not enough. Old Town is big. We were there on the day when there was a market as well, so you couldn't even walk through it.
It was like a speed run.
Yeah, it was a speed run, so I didn't really film much of Old Town, but here it is. And here is the famous Instagram wall where everyone comes to take a selfie. Yeah, a bit gutted that we didn't actually get to spend more time in Old Town. Looks like there was a lot of beautiful shops. Like, there was actually really nice shops there, and it wasn't that expensive.
No, strangely, that was probably the cheapest part of Phuket that we'd been to at that point.
Yeah, easily. But yeah, just a shame. Afterwards, we went to the night market, which, again, was huge. We kind of got shocked at how big it was.
Isn't it?
So, we are now at a night market, which is the last stop on the tour. And they've given us an hour here, so we're actually going to go and grab some food and head back and meet up with some friends. So yeah, let's whoa. Alright, the night market's kind of big. There's a Pucci. Oh shit, get out of the road, Pucci. Pucci goes. Get out of the road.
They gave us an hour there, but could have easily spent more than 2 hours there, because we spent an hour and we decided that we needed to get food. So we spent that entire hour going around the food section, then going back, picking out the food that we wanted, sitting down and eating. And then we had, 10 minutes to run around the other section, because they split everything up, which I quite like. So all the food is over here, and all like the clothing, trinkets, souvenirs is all over on the other side. So you basically had to decide when you went in what you wanted to look at, because you were only going to get to do one half.
Yep. And one other thing with Thailand, when going to restaurants or when getting food anyway, even in market stores, it takes a while. You'll be waiting, especially in restaurants. If you order a dish, expect to wait about half an hour for the food to come. Half an hour to an hour for your food to come. And the food won't all come at the same time. Someone might come in 20 minutes, someone else's might come in 40 minutes. It's just the way it is. Deal with it. Don't get mad at it.
Yeah, but there's normally only like one person in the kitchen, and it's mostly freshly prepared.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to complain about having freshly prepared food by like one poor person or a couple of people.
Also, we haven't got anything to do.
No.
You know, if you're going to eat around in Thailand, don't do it in a rush. If you are in a rush, go to 7-Eleven, grab a toasty, and then go from there. But do not go to a restaurant in a rush. You go there where that is what you're doing for the rest of the whatever it is. Okay, or give yourself at least 2 hours. Okay, so that's it for episode 3. And this is what's coming up in the next episode. Honestly, this has been the highlight of our trip to Phuket. Compared to Patong or like Bangla Road, which is only like a 15-minute drive down there, this is just absolutely incredible. This to me is what Thailand is. Forgot how unfit we was. This is the easier walk, but I am dying. Now it is currently 12:44 in the morning, and we are getting picked up to get onto the ferry at 7 o'clock in the morning. So this is going to be quite interesting.